Good morning. So today we are discuss about in animal tissue and its classification. Basically, you know very well, all the living organisms is consist of the cell. The group of cells having a similar functions is called as tissue. Tissues is furtherly classified into many types like epithelial cells, connective tissue, nerve tissue, and etc. So now today we are discuss about in types of animal tissue, especially in the epithelium and its types. So where do tissues fit in the living organism? Life begins as a single cell is called a zygote after the fertilization. So after fertilization, formation of a zygote. The zygote is a single cell diploid in nature. These cells differentiates into a variety of tissue. These cells differentiate in the variety of tissue. A tissue means a group of cells with the same functions. Group of cells with the same functions. A group of tissues with the same functions form an organ. A group of cells, same functions, is called tissue or form a tissue. A group of tissue with the same functions to form a organ. A group of cells to form a tissue. A group of tissues to form a organ. A group of organ to form a organ system. A group of organ system to form a organism. A single cell zygote so furtherly divide into form a number of cell. A group of cells to form a tissue. A group of tissue form a organ. A group of organ form a organ system. A group of organ system to form a organism. So what is tissue? Specialized cells of the same types that perform a common functions in the body. A tissue means that specialized cells of the same types, so similar types of the cells perform a common functions. So all the cells having them unique or common functions of the body is called as tissue. So major types of animal tissue. So what are the major types of animal tissues? First one, epithelial tissue. So covers or lines the body cavity and form a glands. So covering or protective layers of the body is called epithelium or organs is called epithelium. So connective tissue. So binds the different organs together and support the body. So connective tissue, it is the connected between two organs or different organs. Next one, muscular tissue movements. It's help to movement or locomotion. Nerve tissue senses and transmitting the impulses. It's involving in the transportations of the external stimulus or signaling to the sensory organs. First one, epithelial tissue. Today we are studying only for epithelial tissue and its types. Epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue means the outer protective layer or covering layers of the body. It's called epithelium. It's classified into majorly five types, namely squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, and glandular epithelium. Okay, so epithelial tissue, it is the outer covering layer of the body. So பாடியை கவர் பண்ணக்கூடிய outer protective layers வந்து epithelial. So it is the squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, and ciliated epithelium, and last one glandular epithelium. So see the picture: squamous epithelium and cuboid epithelium and columnar. The cell shape and size. The epithelial cells is classified on based on the structure and the functions of the cells. Structures and functions of the cells. Squamous just like a cuboidal shape, a cuboidal, and a columnar, a larger elongated column-like structure cells is columnars. The ciliator, the columnar cells or a elongated cells to form a minute filament or thin fiber-like structures is called cilia or ciliated. Glandular. The epithelial cells having the glands is called glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Then next, so you are discussed then one by one in detail. First one, squamous epithelial tissue. So structure, single layer, thin, large, flattened cells. The cells is a single layerly arranged, thin celled and a large. So larger cells, so flattened cells are flattened. The cells have a irregular shape and are closely packed in the mosaic form. The cells does not have a regular or a definite shape, irregular shape, and are a closely packed in mosaic shaped. Cells are compactly or tightly arranged. So absence of intercellular space. Absence of intercellular space. So packings in the mosaic forms and to form the mosaic shaped. Cells are attached to the basement membranes. Each cell is attached to the basement membrane. Basement membranes. Then functions of the squamous epithelium. So deficient of the gases and occurs the usually over the surface. So supply the friction-free surface for blood flow, then protect the support underlying tissue. The major functions of the squamous epithelial tissue, so diffusions of the gases can occur usually over surface diffusions. Already you know or study in the previous class for the diffusion, osmosis, exosmosis, endosmosis. So diffusions means the molecules is moved from higher concentration to the lower concentration, so without any membrane. A concentrate higher region to lower region. A molecular concentration higher to lower is known as diffusion. So gaseous exchanges, the atmospheric gaseous is higher than the tissue or cells gaseous. So the atmospheric gaseous is moved to the cells or tissues gases by the process of diffusions. The squamous epithelium is involving in this process of diffusion. The next one, so supply the frictions free surface of blood flow. So it is the friction free surface of the blood flow. Blood flow. So blood vessels is carrying the blood from heart to the various part of the body and the various part of the body to the heart. So this tissues is white or free fractions of the surface. Next one, protect and support underlying tissue. So the epithelial tissue or yes, squamous epithelium is product from the inner lying organs or tissues or muscles. So where the squamous epithelial cells is found in the lining of lungs and the blood vessels in mouth and esophagus. So the squamous epithelium is found in the lungs, blood vessels, mouth and esophagus. It is a important content for your next class or your higher studies. The epithelial tissues, especially for squamous epithelium, found in lungs, blood vessels, mouth, esophagus. Okay, next one. Next types of tissue, cuboidal epithelial. So cuboidal epithelial structure, it is a square cell, so closely packed in a single layer. The cells are arranged in a single layer, so closely packed or compactly arranged. Closely or compactly arranged square cells. Cells are square shaped cuboidals. Cells attached to a basement membranes. Cells attached to each other by the basement membrane. So functions absorbs molecules. The cuboidal epithelials, the major functions of the cuboidal epithelium is absorption. So epithelial cells is a commonly outer productive layer. This epithelial cells is furtherly classified so based on the structures and the functions of the cell. The first one, The first ones is studied in squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is irregular in shape. The major functions of the squamous epithelium is diffusions of the gases and free frictions of the blood circulation and product from the underlying tissue. Then next one, cuboidal epithelium. And cuboidal epithelium, this cuboidal epithelium is major functions, so absorption of molecules, observing the molecules. Then cuboidal epithelial cells that is forms, so lining of the kidney tubules, then linings of various gland. It's only found in the kidney tubules or urethra and urinary bladder, ureters. So these regions found in the cuboidal epithelial tissues and various glands for secreting substance or gland. Next one, columnar epithelial cells. Third types of epithelium, columnar structures are tall, elongated, column-shaped cells. The cells are column-shaped. That's like that. The cells are column-shaped. This structures is a long, elongated, and columnar-shaped cells. So nucleus near the base of the cells. The nucleus is found in the base of the cells. The basal regions of the cells, the nucleus is present. The cells are attached to the basement membrane. So the cells are attached to the basement membrane. The main functions of the columnar epithelium so play a role in the absorption of nutrients. So protect and support the underlying tissues. The major functions absorption and the protection. Absorption and protections is the major functions of columnar epitheliums. What is found the columnar epithelium just lying the small intestines, stomach and oviducts. The columnar epithelium is found or present in the small intestines, the inner lumen of the small intestines and the inner wall or layer of the stomach and oviducts. Oviducts is nothing but it is the fallopian tubes. It's found in the female reproductive organ system. It's carry the ovum from the ovary to the uterus. Hence, it is otherwise called the oviduct. The inner lumens of the oviduct, the inner layer of the stomach, and the small intestines regions found in the columnar epithelium. Next one, serrated columnar epithelium. The columnar cells having the minute thin filament is called cilia. So the columnar cells contain the cilia is called ciliated columnar epithelium. The structures is composed of a columnar cells with cilia at their free edges. The edges of the cells having the cilia. The functions of the ciliated columnar epithelium sweeps impurities towards the throat. Sweeps impurity towards the throat. So improve the movement of the substance through the ducts. So improve the movement of the substance. Any substance move from the ducts or narrow tubes. It's increase or improve the movement. So where does occurs the columnar epithelium? So lining of the trachea and the nostrils, branches and sperm ducts. Okay, so that's its forms. It's lining in the trachea. Is the respiratory tract, trachea, nostril, bronch. Although, so all of this the respiratory tract and the sperm ducts, the sperm ducts, just like here, oviducts. The sperm ducts is found in the males. It is the vas deferens and vas afferens. It's helped to move the sperm from epididymis or the districts to the penis. That's to the penis. Then next one, glandular columnar epithelial cells. Glandular columnar epithelial cells structures. They consist of a cuboidal and a columnar epithelial cells. So uninucleated glandular cells with goblet cells secreted among the non-glandular cells. They consist of a cuboidal cells and a columnar epithelium. The glandular cells is form two types of cells, cuboidal and columnar. So unicellular glandular cells with goblet cells secrete among the non-glandular cells. The major functions of a glandular epithelium so produce mucus with serves to lubricate the intestines and make the movement of the food easier. The swimming of foods move from the mouth to the stomach and the intestines. It's help to the some of the substance is lubrication. This lubricating substance is secreted by the glandular epitheliums. So keep respiratory passage moist. The respiratory tract is moist. It maintains the respiratory tract in moisture. Secrete the enzymes, hormones, sweats, wax, and saliva. The glandular epithelium to produce or secretes the enzyme, hormone, sweats, wax, and saliva. So, what is located there? Glandular epithelium, glandular columnar epithelium in small intestines on the respiratory passage occurs in the salivary glands, thyroid glands, and sebaceous glands in the skins. So, small intestine, respiratory passage, and salivary glands, thyroid glands, and sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands means oil glands. So now, so we are completed in epithelial tissue. So epithelium is nothing but it is the outer productive layer of the organisms or organ. Organisms or organ outer productive layer or outer covering layers is called epithelium. The epithelium is furtherly classified into five types based on the structure and functions of the cells. First one, squamous epithelium. Second one, cuboid epithelium. Third one, columnar epithelium. Fourth one, glandular epithelium. Then fifth one, ciliated epithelium. So fifth one, ciliated epithelium. So first one, columnar epithelium cells is again classified into two types, ciliated and glandular. So squamous epithelium cells are square in shaped, compactly arranged, irregular, compactly arranged. The major functions of the squamous epithelium: diffusion and production. Next one, cuboidal epithelium. It is the square in shape, compactly arranged, single layers connected between the basemental membranes. The major functions of the cuboidal cells: absorptions. So columnar epithelium, it is a large elongated cells found in the nucleus, the basal regions of the cells. It's connected between the basal membrane. The major functions of the columnar epithelium is absorption and production. Absorption and productions. The ciliated epithelials, the columnar cells having a cilia is called ciliated epithelium. Its product, it's the major roles of the ciliated epithelium is the production. Then next one, glandular epithelium. The glandular epitheliums, the columnar and cuboidal cells having the glands is called glandular epitheliums. The major functions of the glandular epithelium: secreting substance or secreted the mucus, enzymes, hormones, etc. Okay, so today we are completed in tissue and types of tissue in epithelium. Then other types of tissues like nerve tissue, then connective tissue, and so many types of tissues we are discussed in next class.